This is a copy of the congressional record of February of 1917. I happen to come from a town called Santa Cruz in California. And we have a university there. We have such people as Bettina Aptheker. She's a professor there, formerly a member of the Central Committee of the Communist Party. Her father, Herbert Aptheker, was the chief theoretician of the Communist Party, and she herself had organized the free speech movement in Berkeley in 1964. We have Angela Davis there. We even gave a PhD to Huey Newton, the leader of the Black Panthers, shortly before he died in a drug deal. But the advantage of having a university in your community is that you can get the books and you can get the congressional records there that are readily available, are not available to most people. So this is taken from the congressional record of February of 1917, which we got at our university library. Congressman Callaway is writing about what is going on in America in February of 1917, just 2 months before we enter the war in Europe. Let's go to the second paragraph. In March of 1915, the J.P.Morgan interests, now those are the banking interests. J.P.Morgan is the most powerful banker in America in 1915. So in March of 1915, the J.P.Morgan interests, the steel building, the powder interests, and their subsidiary organizations got together 12 men high up in the newspaper world and employed them to select the most influential newspapers in the United States, and sufficient numbers of them to control generally the policy of the daily press of the United States. These 12 men worked the problem out by selecting 179 newspapers and then began by an elimination process to retain only those necessary for the purpose of controlling the general policy of the daily press throughout the country. They found it was only necessary to purchase the control of 25 of the greatest papers. The 25 papers were agreed upon. Emissaries were sent to purchase the policy, national and international, of these papers. An agreement was reached. The policy of the papers was bought to be paid for by the month. An editor was furnished for each paper to properly supervise and edit information regarding the question of preparedness, militarism, financial policies, and other things of national and international nature considered vital to the interests of the purchasers. The contract is in existence at the present time, and it accounts for the news columns of the daily press